Hey guys, it's Wesley from Wesley's Trains here, and in today's video I am going to show you how I weather my freight cars. I'm going to do this gondola, this coke hopper, and this coal hopper. Alright guys, here we are in my garage where I like to weather my equipment at. And before I start doing anything, I'm going to show you everything I use. To start with, I use this 100 psi 3-gallon air compressor from Harbor Freight. If I remember correctly, this air compressor is under $50, so it's very inexpensive, and the only thing I use this air compressor for is to weather my trains. And I also use Harbor Freight's airbrush, also branded Central Pneumatic, and I know this is under $25. Yeah, granted it's cheap, but it does the job for me for now. I would like to eventually upgrade to like a Pashy airbrush or something along them lines. But for the paint I use, it's made by Model Master. This color is grimy black flat. I use this for the bulk of the work on all my rolling stock and engines. Then the second color I use is railroad tie brown. I use this to simulate the dirt and mud on the bottom of the equipment. And over here I have a Lazy Susan with a piece of track on it, so I can easily just spin the car around so I don't have to touch the car while the paint's wet, and of course wear rubber gloves to protect my hands from the paint. Alright, Alright guys, let's start on this first car here. I'm going to start with the grimy black. I'll test my paint flow over here, like it. And when I start from the top to the bottom, like this. I sweep side to side off the edge of the car. Alright. I'll spin it and do the edge. Spin it one more time and do the other side. And the last thing I do on like gondolas and hoppers, I'll spray on the inside of the car like this. Make sure I get everything covered that I want covered. Alright, now I'm done with the grimy black, so I'm going to start with the railroad tie brown. Alright guys, now with the railroad tie brown, I like to do the bottom, like to focus on the trucks, the wheels, and the couplers. Same principle, just go side to side. And to get the wheels really good, I'll move it like this. Now I'll do the ends. Alright, now I'll do the ends and the coupler. Time for the other side. All right, now that car is done. All right, now it's time to start on this coke off with the same process. All right, now it's time to move on to the railroad tie brown. All right, now that one's complete. All right, time for the last one. All right, it's time for a railroad tie brown. All right, guys, and that's it. Done. All right, guys, here we are back at the layout to show you what it looks like on the tracks. There's the gondola, the coke car, and I did put the loads back in the coke car and the coal car. And here's the coal car. Let me know down in the comments of what you think of them. I think they turned out great. But I will say, if it is your first time using an airbrush and weathering stuff, start with something that you do not care about that much, something old, and just something for you to practice on, because I practiced for about 2 months on cars I really didn't care that much about, and I learned a lot of things, and that's what helped me get to do what it looks like today. As always, like the video and please subscribe for more content. I should have a layout update coming out probably by Christmas time, I'm thinking. But other than that, take care.